Hello, this is Sarah Estelle here, and today in this Create a Magical Business tip, I'd like to share with you one of the quickest ways that you can take your healing business forward in 2020. Now, this tip that I'm about to share with you is something that I can also trip myself up with from time to time. And I tripped myself up actually over the last few days and was reminded by my own mentoring group yesterday to keep it really simple. Okay, so we are at the beginning of 2020 and we are all in the sort of mindset of setting goals and looking back at what worked and what didn't work and intending for things to be different, which is all wonderful and absolutely as it should be. Now, when it comes to taking a business forward, particularly as a solopreneur, there is only a finite amount of energy that we have, and we need to take care of ourselves first and foremost, and that's one of the things that I do my absolute best to uphold in my own life and therefore pass on to anybody that wishes to learn more with me. In that, to keep it simple, but also to be smart, to work with the maximum reach and impact, but with the minimum effort. And in all of that, that it brings us joy and that we are nourished ourselves. So as you look at deciding what you would like to do for 2020, here are some things for you to think about. And there's certainly the things that I am using in my own life because they have worked. The first thing is that whatever you're putting on your calendar for 2020 brings you joy, not just personally but professionally. So does it light you up as you write it in your calendar? In my groups, we've been doing some planning and it's ongoing, and always encouraging myself and others to actually schedule things onto the calendar. So does your vibration lift when you think about it? Now, if you are thinking of doing new things or, really like thinking about putting concrete things on your calendar, here's the one thing that I'd like to suggest that you do alongside me, is that you look back at what worked in 2019. Now, I call this process reweaving. So I look back every year, and we actually do this in groups as part of my courses. And we look back and we look at everything that we've done in 2019 and asked, what were the things that worked for me and my business? So we can do this for our life as well, but I'm just going to keep it to business for now. So what worked in my business? So to me, worked successfully would mean that it brought me joy, that it brought value to the people that worked with me, and that it also brought through some income, because without that income, the whole thing doesn't exist. So whatever worked for you in 2019, if you could pick one of those things, what would it be? And then decide, because you know it works and because you know it brought you joy and because you know it brought value and income, decide to do it again in 2020 rather than trying to do something amazingly different or come up with whole new ideas. One of the biggest business premises is to do what works. And if it worked in 2019, then there's every chance that with up-leveled and upgraded energies, it can work again in 2020. So whatever that thing is, do it again in 2020. But do it this time with raised energies, with a bigger vision, with a bigger impact, so that all of the things that you're looking for are amplified. So I hope that tip is useful for you. I'd love to know what that one thing is that you're going to take that worked for you in 2019 that you're going to take into 2020. If you want to pop it below, then I would love to hear from you. Okay, until next time, bye-bye.